simply introduce yourself when you're asking so he knows what kind of field your expertise is.
Or if you're shy, you can find me later.
Yeah, so we are.
Hi, I'm Flavia.
Hi. Well, actually, it's my mistake. I haven't introduced Flavia, who's well, probably you introduce yourself quickly for the people. I was just in a hurry to introduce Brian, and I just forgot to introduce his beautiful assistant.
You're not gentleman.
Yeah, for sure.
I study excellent. Brian, but you say that before they ate insects in Madagascar. So it seems that I think eating insects it's important for everyone, and for Madagascar too, because it's getting dry and soon they already have no food. But do you think that it will solve the conservation problem in Madagascar, even more because it's just a pounder, they like their meat? I think in my point of view, like elsewhere, the problem is overpopulation.
So the comment was, well, will anything help Madagascar? Like you have population going up, is it just pointless? Well, I think as an entomologist, I see what could be helpful. So that's why I want to make a contribution in that direction. It's not the answer. It's it could be the answer maybe if it really was scaled up, but I don't think that's even possible. But I think we can make a contribution, especially in Madagascar, because we're going back to something that was recently part of their culture, an important part of the culture, more so than in other areas like.
What is population?
The population now is 34 million, but it's interesting.
40 million.
34 million. 34 million.
34.
Yeah. But what's interesting about that is that, 30 years ago, there was 7 million people there, or 40 million. There were 7 million people there. And there were, at that time, 4 million people that were hungry.
What is territory of Madagascar? How many square kilometers?
It's all of California and all of Oregon and all of Seattle. What does that mean? Like a half of Ukraine, I guess.
We'll check in internet, no problem.
Flavia, would you let me to develop your question to some extent, Brian? Brian, you suggest a way of natural protection for Africa in working with people, explaining people, and providing people with new technology, especially in consumption of the environment, like switching maybe from cattle farming to insect farming or so. But correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I believe I'm not. You will know what I mean. I think there is only one solution for Africa and probably the whole world to protect environment, and particularly local solution for Africa. You will understand what I mean. Like the best nature conservation situation now in Congo. It used to be good in Uganda some years before, in the time when Idi Amin was there. There are some patches which are still protected in areas of Mali, but not in Senegal. So you understand what I think the best for natural protection around?
War?
War.
It's not war. No, but like in Mozambique, they have 35 years of civil war, but the people impoverished and starving, they killed all the animals.
But
all the animals. There is nothing in
But
Mozambique.
it's civil war,
just
not neighboring countries involved. When
But
they
actually, I have there's new data on that, Flavia. I don't think you're considering. The Civil War kept out the Chinese, and now the Chinese have moved in, and there's nothing left. I mean, the Civil War killed the large animals, but left all the trees in Mozambique. So repopulation was actually very quick after the Civil War stopped over the last 10 years. But now, over the last 5 years, when the Chinese moved in, they've killed 10,000 elephants in northern Mozambique like that. Now they just are completely logging all of northern Mozambique.
Yeah, the war is
If there was
probably
Civil War there, but they would not be there.
devastating for Big Five, for everything what provides quick meat. But what it prevents, it's not only prevents deduction of population, but it prevents industrial development and agricultural development. You do not grow anything if you are not sure whether you will stay in this place next time. For sure you can kill animal, cook it and eat, but you do not invest anything in future. And investment in future and political and social stability, this is what kills nature. So, well, for sure, let's pretend I didn't say, so maybe like when working with people in Madagascar, instead of environmental education, you have to try to make work with tribes. You have to say, you are better than you, and like... Well, I didn't say so, but I believe it is the only way.
Well, I think it's, you know, it's systems that have to change. You know, the system is now, you know, there's a growing exploitation of the system in terms of like, now that the Chinese came in, it's a rosewood trade, which has devastated the remaining forest that was being protected. You could not protect it from rosewood, one of the most expensive woods in the world, where one container is worth $30 million. And in Madagascar, that's unheard of money. That's more than gold. It's just incredible amount. Nothing could stop that trade. It's like the ivory trade. Nothing can stop that. It's too valuable. So it can corrupt any system. And that system completely corrupted the protection system. So we had a nice system for protecting some forest, but that was completely ruined by the rosewood trade. Now rosewood is disappearing, so they're just exploiting something else. But the actual hunger side of things is another problem that I don't think goes away with war, that they're going to be hungry still. And it's not like Madagascar cut down all its forest by big machines. No, it's by machetes and humans who did it all. So, and they're whittled it down to little patches, and if they don't need that forest, it's going to be gone. So how do you make them need that forest? And
Tourism.
tourism can't go everywhere, but if that is the only place that your food is growing, could be.
Maybe there is another way, which is sort of mixture of what we say, like what Flavia says, tourism, and what I say, war. It's like paying rangers. Like you pay part of population to fight with another part of population. So you pay rangers to protect the natural reserve from their brothers. And we know for Africa that brothers hate brothers much more than whites. So, Victor, you chopped it from video.
But I think those things could